Alright, guys, I'm making this video for the digital nomads who want to know more about living in Mexico. And this is more for the low income digital nomads like myself. I see a lot of videos of expats and different digital nomads coming to Mexico and they're living lavish. And I am not in that position. I have my startup, everything's online. So this is a view of a struggling digital nomad and how much money I need to survive here in Mexico. And I actually live very comfortably. I don't live very extravagant, but I mean, I'm a simple guy. I am okay with I'm more than okay with my living situation because compared to how I was living in the US, I have a better quality of life and less stress, and I get more work done. And yeah, so it's yeah, let me break down my costs for a frugal digital nomad in Mexico. So first off, I'm not in a big city, you could say. I'm not like in a big touristy spot. I am in Aguascalientes, and it's I mean, we have a Costco, so that's very nice. Even though it's always packed, we have two Sam's Clubs. Um, and I'll give you a comparison too of what it would be to go even more frugal, which would be in a little pueblito, little town, which is where my parents live, and my grandparents live. So for me currently, um, well, I have a house now, but before that, I was renting a room, and I was paying $150 a month for a king size bedroom. I mean a king size bedroom, a master bedroom with my own restroom, access, shared kitchen, access to a shared kitchen, um, a microwave, a mini fridge. It was furnished. It had a desk. It had a TV. It had cable. It had internet. It had 100 megabits per second down, 50 megabits per second up internet, all included for $150. Weekly cleaning. So we had a cleaning lady that would come once a week, put fresh sheets, clean the whole room, clean the whole house basically. So $150. Next would be food. I don't like to cook, but if you like to cook, if you like to do groceries, of course your price would be a lot lower. But me, like, I'm just going off of me. You could probably see where you could save more money. Um, so I eat out tacos probably like 3-4 times a week. I get full with like 6 tacos, and they're kind of small, compared to the U.S. But I get full off of 6, and currently where I get them at, they're around 14 pesos, around 70 cents. 70 cents a taco, 70 times 6, that's $5.60. No, wait, that's not right. 70 cents a taco, I guess 6. That's $4.20, 4.20. Yeah, so I spend $4.20, and I don't really drink soda or nothing, but if you want to add an horchata or a soda, just add another dollar there. But I mostly drink just water. So $4.20. And I eat out a lot. Like when it's street food, it's around $3 to $6, $7. If you're going to like a restaurant, something more established, then you're looking at anywhere from $6 to $12, $15. But yeah, I mean, if you're trying to just survive and, like, I mean, more than survive, live pretty comfortably, you could get away with spending $10 to $15 a day. Let's just leave it at the high end, $15 a day. So yeah, 15 times 7, that's 15, 30, 60, that's $75 for a week, and then another 30, so $95 a week for food. If you eat out every day, obviously if you do groceries, you could lower that way down. So let's just do the math a little easier. Let's leave it at $100 a week. That's 4 weeks in a month, so that's $400 for food if you eat out every day and for every meal, and 150 for rent. So you're at 550. The rent included internet, but let's say if you go to a place that doesn't have internet, like now I have my own house, I pay 360 pesos, 350 pesos, which is around $17. I pay $17 for 80 megabytes up and 80 megabytes down. So it's like a asymmetrical or symmetrical internet, which is crucial, since I'm starting this YouTube journey. So that upload speed is really, really handy. Because I remember I had Comcast back in Sacramento, and it was 200 down, but it was on like 5 up, so it would take forever to upload long stuff, But this is 80 up, 80 down, so yeah, it's crazy how fast I could upload stuff here. So $17 for internet if you want internet, and yeah, well, now I have like my electricity bill. You get it here like every 2 months. I'm paying like $10 a month for not even like 300. Yeah, like I get 300 pesos every two months. So it's 150 pesos. That's around $7, $7.50 per month for electricity. And for my water bill, it's around $10 a month. So $17 for water and electricity. And I mean, that's if you get a house or an apartment that you have to pay that extra. But like I said, I found a place for $150 that included everything: gas, electricity, internet, fast internet, weekly cleaning, a parking spot, all for $150. So you could really live off of $150 for rent. And if you eat out for every meal, at a decently nice place, you're looking at another $400. So for $650, you could survive in Mexico. And I mean, I guess for transportation, if you stay local, you could get like the bus here is so cheap. Like we're talking around 70 cents, 70 cents to $1 to get around wherever you want to go, like 70 cents there, 70 cents back. So yeah, like if you're okay with using public transportation, like there's buses like every 5 minutes, or Ubers are a little bit more expensive, but they're still cheaper than the US. You're looking at around $10 for an Uber, anywhere from $7 to $10 if it's just around the city. So let's just say my instance, I have my technology startup where I do augmented reality and NFC technology. I want all the extra income I'm saving to go straight to Facebook ads, straight to TikTok ads, Meta ads, whatever. I want to take risks. I want to invest heavily. I want to hire different marketers, hire different people, grow the team. And I'm okay with taking away, well, I don't even say take away commodities, because when I was in Sacramento, I was living in my boy's garage, shout out to Kevin. So, I mean, I'm living way better over here, and I'm able to take bigger risks, because I don't have to spend that much money. So if you're in my shoes and you don't mind. I mean, yeah, I mean, if you wanna grow, you gotta get uncomfortable. Like, if you really, really want to get uncomfortable, go to a little town where, like, for instance, where my parents are at, where my grandma's at. It is such a small town. It has cons. Like, internet is super slow there. Like, I get 10 megabits up and like point 0.5. I mean, 10 megabits down and like point 0.5 up, which you can't do much with that speed, especially nowadays where everything's 4K. Um, but you could rent a room for $50 a month, and that includes all your utilities. If you wanna, let's just say you wanna be there, $50 a month, you could get Starlink, the the Tesla internet. I had that. I lived in that town for a little bit, and I bought I bought Starlink, or I had the trial. But I mean, Starlink is a hefty price. I don't know if it's still the same thing. It's like around $800 for the satellite, I believe, plus like $80 a month for the service. So, I mean, it's a big upfront cost, but if you want to live in a smaller town where you have no distractions, you're just focused on work. Like, I was getting around 100 down and 20 up with Starlink pretty consistently. So that's an option too. If you really, really want to go like frugal, like shut myself off from the world. I just want to focus on my business. But if you want something in the middle, which is where I'm at, I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm not super high class. I'm not super poor. I'm very, very comfortable. You're looking at like $650, $700 a month. And you got to take risks if you want to make it happen. Like, I was pretty much spending that on rent in Sacramento. That's not including food. That's not including utilities. Like, yeah. So, and luckily my stuff is all online. Um, so if you really, really want to go for it, like, I'd say, well, if you're Mexican American like me, I have a Mexican passport, I'm able to stay here for long periods of time. But I think right now I mean, I could stay here forever if I wanted to. I was born here, but I'm an American citizen too. Um, but I think you can stay here for like 6 months, I believe, on a current passport, or it might be less now. I think they're getting a little bit more stricter. But if you just need like an escape, like, plane tickets over here are $150, at certain times of the year. The weather's amazing, the food's amazing, like, but you're coming here to work anyway, so who cares, Like, if you want to like lock down, don't like, and you don't want that stress of bills, which is, like, let's face it, that's very, very stressful when you have bills to pay. I suggest looking into Mexico, and it's just, if something bad happens or whatever, you're a quick flight back to America. Like, all these digital nomads go to Thailand, go to Bali, which sounds amazing as well. But it's a long flight. So if you want something like close to home, I mean, Mexico is right here. A lot of people speak English here now. Or if you speak Spanish, if you're in my shoes, Mexican American, you want to explore your culture more, I mean, it's a no-brainer. If you're an entrepreneur and you don't want to take on any debt, and honestly, if you have something digital, you don't need any debt. You just need to put your head down. You need to grind. You need to upload TikTok videos. Like, I have one TikTok video for one of my products. It went decently viral, 250,000 views. And from that, I got so many clients. Like, I think I got a good, like, 50 clients from that video. So, like, the formula is there. You don't need to spend any money on anything. You just need to putting the time. And yeah, this is my third video for YouTube. Now I'm putting in the time for YouTube. Hopefully I can help people out, build a community of like-minded people. But yeah, like I said, I'm able to take this risk, since I'm over here. And I mean, I'm gonna be going back and forth because I'm in a stage of my business where I kind of want to go back, make some connections, and then come back and just chill and do the work over here. So if you guys have any questions, make sure leave them down below. I'll make sure to answer as best as I can from my perspective. This is what worked for me. It might not work for you, or it may work for you. Who knows, But I just want to share. I've been in Mexico for over a year now, and I freaking love it. So, yeah.